February of 2022, at the outset of the full-scale invasion, Ukrainians fearlessly started defending their homeland. Even those who had never held a gun before joined the armed forces of Ukraine, territorial defense forces, police, and volunteer battalions. And today we're talking about Ukraine's creative sphere, many members of which are currently fighting on the front line. Alexander Haidar, but in Ukraine's film and television community everyone calls him Sashko. Before the start of the full-scale war, he worked as a cameraman for various TV channels. He also traveled all around the world, filming the most famous travel shows. At home, his loving family and the star of his Instagram, his dog Chuvirlik, were always waiting for him. Sashko already had combat experience from 2014 and was a veteran of the anti-terrorist operation. So in case of a full-scale invasion, he had only one course of action planned: to send his family somewhere safe and go to the front lines. For more than a year now, he and his fellow soldiers have been fighting the occupiers, but he remains true to himself by shooting nice videos while flying combat drones. And this is Alisa Kovalenko, a documentary filmmaker. Her resume includes several famous documentaries and dozens of awards from international festivals. In 2015, she released a film titled Alisa in Warland. To film it, she spent a long time in the war zone in Ukraine's Donetsk and Luhansk regions. Having experienced Russian captivity and torture, she promised herself that if the war ever became full-scale, she would put her camera aside and take up arms to defend her land. In January 2022, Alisa sent her mom and her son to France. She herself joined an assault company. Volodymyr Rashchuk, TV and theater actor. He was born in Mariupol and worked at the Mariupol Academic Theater for a few years. Yes, the very same theater that the Russian Air Force destroyed in the spring of 2022. He made the decision to defend his homeland on the first day of the full-scale invasion, when his wife and daughter were forced to spend day and night in the basement without any end in sight. Today, he's the commander of the Svoboda battalion. But after victory, he is planning to return to the stage for sure. Sasha Ryazantseva, or simply Shura, but nowadays many refer to her exclusively as Yalta, using her call sign. Before the war, she used to work as a stylist and costume designer for many TV shows and movies. But after the beginning of the full-scale war, she couldn't just stand by, so she traded her stylish, fashionable clothing for a military uniform and picked up an assault rifle.
Жизнь разделилась на до и после. Вот и все. Я с Крыма, у меня забрали мою землю. У меня родители уехали, я была там в плену. Как поступить мне иначе?
Volodymyr Yatsenko is a Ukrainian film producer and a co-founder of an advertising production company in Kyiv. At the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Volodymyr became a volunteer. Now he's fighting as a member of the armed forces of Ukraine. Despite this, he continues to work as a cinematographer. He and his colleagues organized a film group that shoots videos about the work of Ukraine's military and tries to finish the movies whose filming was interrupted by the war. Nothing we were doing before the war matters today. There are hundreds of stories like these. This war did not leave anyone untouched. Ukrainians with different professions in different spheres are now joining the ranks of the armed forces because they know that no one except for them will kick the enemy out of their native land.